He was always polished, always powerful, the kind of man people noticed when he walked into a room. I used to be proud standing next to him, his wife. But over time, I started to disappear in his shadow. One morning, while I set his coffee just the way he liked it, 2 sugars, no cream, he looked at me straight-faced and said, "You do realize you'd be nothing without me, right? You couldn't survive a month on your own." That wasn't the first time, but something about the way he said it that day hit me differently. Maybe I was finally done pretending to be small. I smiled politely, but something inside me had already snapped. That night, while he was out on another business dinner, I packed a small bag, took my laptop, and walked out of the life I thought I needed. I had no plan. No savings, no safety net. Just a couch at a friend's place and a burning desire to prove him wrong. At first, it was survival. I worked in a local cafe during the day and freelanced at night. Copywriting, social media management, anything I could get my hands on. I barely slept, barely ate. But every time I thought about giving up, I remembered his words like a siren in my mind. You couldn't survive a month. So I made it to month 2, then month 5, then a year. Somewhere along the way, I stopped running from my past and started building my future. I launched my own online business, offering digital courses for women trying to rebuild their lives after toxic relationships. At first, I had 10 students, then 50, then hundreds. I started getting speaking invites, then brand partnerships. Then I launched a podcast that hit the top 100 in mental health. 2 years later, I stood in front of my own team of 20 employees, women, mostly, in our downtown office, and I shared my story. Not out of bitterness, but out of pride. I wasn't just surviving anymore. I was leading. I was winning. Then one afternoon, his name flashed on my phone. I stared at it for a few seconds before I picked up. "I saw your name on that Forbes list," he said quietly. "You really did it." I paused, then said calmly, "I was always capable. You just never saw it." There was silence. And in that silence, I realized I didn't need closure. I didn't need his validation. I had already won. Today, I still make coffee in the morning, but now it's in my own apartment, overlooking the city skyline, with my dog curled up at my feet and emails from investors in my inbox. He said I couldn't make it without him. I say I never really needed him at all.